Cole Palmer has been a sensation at Chelsea, and this weekend's 3-1 victory over Liverpool just proved it. And how did it prove it? It proved that Cole Palmer has that thing that he had in the first half of the season to excel and propel Chelsea's team forward. And will that actually change Chelsea's dynamics in the last times of the season? Romeo Lavia's introduction into Chelsea's squad, not only was it a breath of fresh air, but you can see what he added into the squad, and I have done it in my previous analysis. Now let's look at this average positions map. Look at the position that Cole Palmer is taking. Cole Palmer is playing the farthest when it comes to Chelsea's attackers. He's playing closer to goal. He's playing even ahead of Nicholas Jackson, and he doesn't have to drop deep. But why? When you look at this clip here, you can see Chelsea building from the back in a systematic manner. You can see the position that Romeo Lavia is actually picking, trying to outnumber Liverpool's midfielders. A simple pass to Romeo Lavia and his press-resistant ability is what fascinates me. Look at the starting position of Cole Palmer in this clip. But one thing I really want you to see is how Lavia is able to find Palmer. Lavia has the ball, he's currently being tracked, and look at Cole Palmer. He's playing behind Liverpool's defense line in those pockets of space, while Jackson is pinning the centre-backs deeper. The ball is played by Lavia in space where Cole Palmer is able to run and get to the ball. Now this is where the most important part of this video is, and that is the position that Cole Palmer is actually taking during build-up. Now Palmer occupying this position puts him in an area where he's able to play the ball to Neto, who's able to cut back to Fernandes, who scores Chelsea's first goal. But what you notice from these clips is that this all starts with the position that Palmer takes up. The position that Palmer takes up is what even opens up space for Fernandes to score Chelsea's first goal. Now this can be emphasized with where is Cole Palmer's best position. Before we start our analysis, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. Now Palmer's best position is occupying the right half space position. And occupying that position, not starting deeper, but rather starting in a higher position. Deeper, he can influence the game, as in this clip, by playing balls for the runs of Jackson. But starting in a slightly advanced position is where it is his best position, because in this position, he's able to draw centre-backs out, he's able to draw midfielders out, draw a lot of players to himself, and free his other players. Palmer is able to play the ball here to Neto and actually isolate Neto 1v1 with Tsimikas, who Neto dribbles past quite easily. The movement of Jackson also puts Virgil van Dijk in a very tricky position. And now Virgil van Dijk has to try and play the offside trap, while Neto has to try and attempt a shot on goal. But all this started with the position that Palmer picked in between the lines. Now the in between the lines position of Palmer is what gave Chelsea the win. Palmer wasn't necessarily dropping deep to receive the ball because Lavia was ready to play the ball forward, especially for the runs of Cole Palmer. And this is what put Chelsea in that better position. Palmer in this case is the one who has played the ball onto Noni Madueke. But if Madueke thinks faster in this position, he's able to slip the ball in for Fernandes, who would have had a good chance in front of goal. Now, why is this so? Let's try and understand Cole Palmer and his position in the team. We are talking about probably one of the best talents in the Premier League. We're talking about a player who has smashed records, a player who's on course of becoming the face of the Premier League itself. One of the best players for England, and one player who's eyeing to actually become a Chelsea legend. Cole Palmer is the epitome of greatness. The things that he does with his age, the talent that he has, the vision that he has, the accuracy that he has, the precision that he has, the lethalness that he has in front of goal make him close to a finished article. But clearly, he's a very young player at slightly the age of 22 years old for Chelsea was when Enzo Fernandez was in the team. Now, when Enzo Fernandez was in the team, Palma will shift into the right half space position while Enzo Fernandez will pick up the left half space position. This will allow Gusto to play in that pivot position, and this will now put Palma in his preferred position. His ability now here is to be able to effect the game, link up with Jackson, and as well attempt shots with his stronger right foot. Another plus of having Cole Palmer here with Fernandez is that Fernandez is also a creative threat. Fernandez in this position can look to play balls in behind for wingers as well as try to link up with Nicholas Jackson. And this gives opponents two choices: to either cover Palmer, and this will free up Fernandez to affect the game from that position, or now try to loosen the grip they have on Cole Palmer. This, coupled by Noni Madueke in the wing areas, actually allows Palmer to play alongside an attacking threat. Now, one way Chelsea can balance this system is either by having Reece James coming into the team, or what we saw Arsenal do by having either Caicedo playing as a right back who inverts in midfield so that they can accommodate both Enzo Fernandez and Cole Palmer, because the presence of Fernandez allows teams to also give Cole Palmer a bit of space. In the case where Chelsea have to just heavily rely on Reece James, then Reece James can come into midfield to play alongside Moises Caicedo, and sometimes he can also push forward to come and try to link up with players such as Cole Palmer. And because of Noni Madueke's decline in form, this can see Pedro Neto coming in and also a dangerous threat with Jadon Sancho coming in to that left-hand side. Now, having Pedro Neto on this right wing cutting in with his stronger left foot, this will give Chelsea a much-needed attacking and dangerous threat, making the fullback to be heavily reliant on trying to stop Neto. And once this happens, is that space will now open up in this right half space position, allowing Cole Palmer to flourish. Giving Palmer this space will ensure that Palmer is able to dominate the ball and Gusto to have the ball, because they know clearly these players are not as deadly, as lethal, and as dangerous as Cole Palmer. But when these managers take this risk, they ensure they have a midfielder shutting down Cole Palmer and limiting the space he has. Enzo Maresca is also not doing quite great in trying to create that space for Palmer. Playing Cole Palmer down that left side is actually limiting Cole Palmer. His stronger left foot, the wand left foot, the magical left foot that Cole Palmer uses to destroy opponents, is just restricted to be playing passes in the half space and looking to even make runs in those half space. But once you play him down the right, he's able to scan the pitch, he's able to see the entirety of the pitch, he's able to understand where his players, his teammates are, and Cole Palmer is able to effect change. In my opinion, Cole Palmer should be deployed as the number 10 for Chelsea, and he should be deployed in a position where he's able to generate threat for Chelsea. And which is that position? Play him in that right half space position, and not play him in that right half space position with a fullback like Gusto. If you want a fullback to overlap, then it is better you have Reece James, because Reece James is more dangerous and more attack-minded than Gusto. Alternatively, you can decide to have a player such as Pedro